Doing okay. Not so bad. Kind of like tired. But when I'm tired, I get into deep thoughts. So then I made the mistake of trying to re-listen to last night. And all these thoughts ran through my head. And I felt the best way to discuss it, the best way to get through it, is to discuss it. And the delusions of grandeur that I heard last night were a whole new level. Literally a whole new level of anything I've ever fucking heard in my life. Like, I thought Brad used to be bad with delusions of grandeur. This other one takes the cake on delusions of grandeur. And, it got me thinking pretty deep into why people have delusions of grandeur and obsession and what people don't see or what they don't realize. And trying to explain something to somebody that has a mental illness is insanity on my end. It literally is insanity. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Well, welcome to the drama community, where over 50% of the creators in the drama community have some kind of serious mental illness. So here I am banging my head against the fucking wall, trying to get people to see it, and it's not getting anywhere. So who's the insane one? That would be me. I'm the insane one because I'm trying to get a bunch of mentally ill people to be normal and to think like a normal, educated person. Well, that's my fault. And all these things I'm thinking about this morning. And I realized that I can't make someone else see something if their brain isn't even capable of seeing it and their brain isn't even capable of understanding it. So after listening to last night and I listening to the frustration in Tinker's voice, and I understand why she had so much frustration, and I understand why she was like, what the fuck? Because Tinker is a normal person. And Tinker, being a normal person, is trying to get someone with a severe mental illness and delusions of grandeur on Tinker's level, and that will never happen. So there's nothing more frustrating than a normal, level-headed person trying to get someone with delusions of grandeur on their level. It's never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. And I think the faster that we realize this as humans, the better off we're going to be. The faster we realize that somebody who's not normal can ever have a normal conversation with you is insanity. It really is fucking insanity. And it's not, for lack of a better way to say this, it's not the mentally ill person's fault. Just like it's not an addict's fault that addicts think a certain way. When someone is severely mentally ill to the point that they have these true delusions of grandeur, well, you can't really help them. You certainly can't really argue with them. And there's no point in trying to get. See, but Sly Angel, that's what I'm trying to get to. You're expecting someone with a mental illness that's evident to try to think like a normal person. Hey, Peggy, it's never going to happen. You can't make somebody who's not all there all of a sudden become all there. You can't make someone who just can't think like a normal person all of a sudden try to be a normal person. And that's what Tinker was expecting. And believe me, I've expected it for years, but it never fucking happens. And that's, again, why it's the definition of insanity. Hey, Johnny. And like I said, hey, Tyra, sometimes you got to take yourself out of a situation and then look in. And that's kind of what I did when I was listening this morning. I watched it last night, don't get me wrong. But taking myself out and then watching it this morning, and I didn't watch the whole thing, I just watched a little of it. It just really confirmed my thoughts that someone that's normal and sane is looking for a normal and sane reaction from someone who can't possibly give a sane reaction. Betty, Peggy brought up Betty.
Still continues to talk shit about me. Non-stop.
I wouldn't say it's non-stop. It might be.
It's not fucking stop. It's not a goddamn live stream.
It might be there. It might be a part. I do hear passing comments. Yes, I do.
No, because listen, if it's on a fucking live stream. If it's not on a live stream, it's in her fucking Discord. If it's not in her Discord, it's in her goddamn Patreon. If it's not in her fucking Patreon, it's in her motherfucking text messages. So miss me with that bullshit. She talks about me every fucking day, all the way around.
I don't see that she talks about you every day.
Okay, maybe you don't see it, but
I don't.
I do.
Right, but that
I'm telling you that's a fact. I'm stating that as a fact.
Does that mean that I've lied? No, it doesn't. It just means that I don't hear or see everything.
Okay. Well, then obviously you don't hear and see everything. I think you
no, I don't.
For yourself.
How do you think she's going to feel when someone's gone into a news channel and they've gone up there and they've said about Gabby?
I don't care how anybody feels. It's not okay to start naming dozens of people as who did it when they didn't even know it happened, lady. It's not okay.
So why can't you just both just not talk about each other?
Nobody was talking about her when she put their name on the list.
Laura is the one that went live. Laura is the one that made the fucking list.
She did this, not us.
Yeah,